welcome. This is Sports This Morning, reaching you live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakman.
Hello and welcome. I'm Cecilia Amogwe.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salah.
Okay, who's been working with us on this journey? Match Day 8 story of the Nigeria Professional Football League. Yes, Plateau United. They had a good run, and then everyone expected them to go to Uyo and continue, but it ended Aqua United 2, Plateau United 1. Unbeaten run. Tayo Cecilia ended.
Yeah, Christian Pragbara and Al Hassan, the two of them ensure that, look, this is the end of the road for you guys. Going to that next of champions.
And I don't know what you mean by end of the road, but I mean, they've lost.
We're looking at 11.
They can start another one now.
I don't know where you guys I don't think the coach of Plateau United, Kennedy Boboye, set a target for himself and his team to go on a certain games, on a certain amount of games without getting beaten. So I don't think that's the issue. They've lost. It's time for them to actually, let's see how they react to this setback.
That's the way it is. And of course, from there, we'll move to the continent. And most Nigerian teams, rather all of them, actually have an impressive start. How impressive was it? Okay, now, Ifeanyi had a lone goal victory over Al Masry. Then you have Rivers United going away, at least not scoring, goalless, it's ended, and Rangers getting that precious away goal. I think for all of them, Rangers maybe just be the one that did the business well.
You're living out.
Wiki stories, yeah.
They lost. They went to Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone and lost by 2-0.
The same Sierra Leone were expecting that they're not supposed to be that team that should cause troubles.
Yeah, quite an obscure side. RSLF. But we know this is football, Austin. Especially when you're playing at home, you've got to take advantage, and that's what it did. It's not over until the ladies sinks, though. Wicked Tourists still have a chance of making it to the next round. Okay, let's move on now from football on the continent to basketball. That's to the NBA, where the New York Knicks, showed a lot of character yesterday against the San Antonio Spurs. Actually, early this morning, Carmelo Anthony scoring 25 points in that victory over the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs, the second best side in the NBA. So for the Knicks to beat them, 94-90, I think that's a good result. But I don't know what this particular result does for the Knicks. I mean, they've been awful all season. They've lost 20 of their last 27 games.
What does it do? Confidence boost, you would say. Perhaps.
But we'll see how, let's see if they can kick on from now. But it is safe to say it's going to be very hard for the Knicks to make the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. And Carmelo Anthony is the guy you definitely pity in that way. Had how many points?
Yes, 25 points. Yeah.
So that was actually huge for him.
Good game for Carmelo Anthony. I mean, there's been a lot of talks about him getting traded to even the Cavs. LeBron doesn't mind Carmelo coming around.
He's been complaining, not having big boys to play with.
Exactly. So we'll see how it pans out for the New York Knicks later on in the season. There were other games played in the NBA. About 4 of them. We'll go through the results now. We talked about the Knicks beating the Spurs by 94-90 already. Kawhi Leonard, he had a good game for the Spurs. Scored 36 points, but it wasn't enough because his team just couldn't step up on the night. In other games, we saw this very interesting game between the Pistons, that's the Detroit Pistons, and the Toronto Raptors. It ended 101. Just a 1 point in a very painful loss. Tobias Harris scoring 24 points off the bench in that particular victory for the Pistons. The New Orleans Pelicans got toppled by the Sacramento Kings 105-99. DeMarcus Cousins scoring 28 points, 14 rebounds, and 7 assists in that game. DeMarcus Cousins, one of these very frustrating players in the NBA, very talented, but he has a way of pissing people off from time to time. But he's a very good center. There's no doubt about attitude issues, right? Yeah, you just nailed it there, Cecilia. And last but not the least, we saw the game between the Timberwolves, that's Minnesota Timberwolves defeating the Chicago Bulls by 117 to 89 points. Andrew Wiggins scoring 27 points. Karl Anthony Towns added 22 points in that victory for Minnesota. For the Bulls, they were very short-handed because there was no Dwayne Wade, no Jimmy Butler, there was no Nikola Mirotic, A lot of players missing
Paul
for Chicago.
Zipser also missing
as well too. So no surprises that they lost that game.
It.
When you're missing that many personnel, it's hard to actually, get a win.
That's right.
That's the way it is.
Major talking point will still be that of the Knicks. When you beat the San Antonio Spurs, that should spoil you.
That should spoil you, right?
I feel what you did but we understand it being, as you use the right word.
Terrible season.
Awful.
Terrible
and then you wonder what's Carmelo Anthony doing in such a team, but
it's just this season that they're having a very
serious.
Struggled last
season. Horrible.
Last season wasn't
this horrible.
Last season wasn't this horrible, but this season has been.
But they're on pace not to make the playoffs.
That's right.
As it is right now,
going to make the playoffs.
They aren't going to make it. So
that's maybe something
except
a
so
major.
Now they're just out
miracle.
to destiny spoilers, right? You see the big
that's
guys.
That's the way they just try get that as much points as you
12
can and
in
see
the
how
East
far you can
right
go.
now. 12. Yes. Only the top 8 make the playoffs.
That's what it is.
They've
so
won
away from it.
Exactly. 23 games they've won and they've lost 33.
It's
not good enough. They need to really
of the last 27.
Yeah, not good enough.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know Phil Jackson is under a lot of pressure right now. I mean, they brought him in, basketball operations, president of basketball operations. He's supposed to come in and rebuild that franchise and return them to winning ways.
And everything and all that. But sometimes it's not working. We don't have to give him more time.
Nice piece. In that team there, they brought in the guy from Chicago Bulls, what's his name? Derrick Rose. Was brought in the offseason. There's Keston Porzingis as well, a very good player, very good young player. And there's Carmelo Anthony. You think they'll be doing a lot better than they're doing at the moment, but it's not just working out for them.
Maybe someone needs to take them, into the dressing room, tell them to look themselves straight in the mirror, and I mean, what are you saying? Is it a reflection of what you can actually give on court? Maybe that will help.
Yeah, perhaps. And it will help if they play great defense from now on as well too, because they've been horrible defensively as well too. Yeah.
Defense is the game.
Okay, we'll move straight to golf now. What's